The world is dumping the US dollar. So I talked about this in another video and brick currency. So what is that? So basically, a number of countries, Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa, have all banded together to create a new currency that will be backed by gold and other precious minerals. So it's very, very serious. It's a big matter. Now consider this: just these countries alone, they control 40% of the world's currency. 40% of the world's currency. That is absolutely massive, or just over 40% of the world's currency. Not only that, other countries that have signaled interest into joining in on the BRICS currency and switching over to that currency from the US dollar. So basically, the US dollar is the reserve currency of the world, and the world uses US dollars to make purchases. So, for example, if one country wants to purchase something from another country, they need to use US dollars, because basically that's the gold standard right now. But to get that actual currency, they actually have to sell something of value, actual value. It's a crazy system. The US also controls the SWIFT system, which basically allows you to transfer money all around the world, so they can freeze funds that way. And what they're doing with BRICS is they're basically saying this money is going to be backed by a gold standard, by a silver standard, by other precious metals. And the US will no longer have control over the world's monetary supply. This is basically de-dollarization. Why I've said this already, that the Manosphere is very powerful because there's so much knowledge here. That's the reason why a lot of the alphabet companies, alphabet legal departments are looking at the Manosphere. It's not because of what men are saying regarding women. It's because what men are saying and coming together to discover, learning how the world works, what's happening within the system, how money works, where that money is going, who controls the money, who actually controls our world. And this is just using facts. They don't like that. What are the men talking about? Because, of course, they have to have everyone basically fighting each other and arguing with each other so they can do whatever they want to do. By the way, guys, if you guys enjoy these videos, make sure to hit the like button. And if you're new to the Angry Guy channel, make sure you subscribe down below. And, of course, members for the channel do get new videos early. If you'd like to learn more about that, click the join button down below this video. So they don't like what's happening with the Manosphere. They don't like all of this knowledge that's coming out of the Manosphere. Men waking up and saying, hey, this is how these things work. There's every cat, dog, and rat here. We have doctors here. We have doctors with PhDs here. We have PhDs here. We have lawyers here. We have engineers here. We have garbage men here. We have men from all walks of life. These men know how the world works. Everyone has a piece of knowledge, has a piece of information, and we're all coming together and comparing notes. This comment from Menace says, AG, on the 9th of June, 2024, Saudi Arabia and the UAE, United Arab Emirate, I believe, agreement with the petrodollar expires today. They decided not to renew the agreement with the U.S. recession to deepen across the West. This is absolutely major. So I said, what exactly does this mean? What does this actually mean for us, with Saudi Arabia? So Saudi Arabia is the largest producer of oil. That's where the world gets most of its oil that we use to drive our cars. Well, this is a serious event, because I just talked about BRIC, and basically this is what's happening here. BRICS Alliance set to unveil native currency at 2024 summit, challenging the US dollar dominance. So this is something massive. This is an article from May 28, 2024. So you can see that this is actually coming into fruition right now. However, when it comes to ending the petrodollar, Saudi Arabia to end petrodollar pact. This was published on June 1st, 2024. In regards to what Menace says, and it says, in June 2024, Saudi Arabia is expected to announce that it will cease all oil sales in US dollars. Guys, we're in hell. This is the end of the dollar. If anyone doesn't believe it, this is crazy. Marking the end of the 50-year petrodollar pact signed on June 6th, 1974, which expires on June 9th, 2024. The decision not to renew this pact stems from Saudi Arabia's recent invitation to Brics. So this, oh gosh, guys, Saudi Arabia. So they're not even official part of Brics yet, and they are now moving towards Brics. Okay, and it's moved towards towards de-dollarization. Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman has informed the Saudi government that the country will no longer accept U.S. dollars for oil transactions. This shift includes considerations to accept other currencies such as the Chinese yuan for oil sales, as reported by the Wall Street Journal on March 15, 2022. This is massive. Massive. Okay? I mean, guys, this is crazy stuff that's happening. Chinese and Russian central banks to discuss the use of national payment systems. The Chinese and Russian central banks will discuss the use of promotion of their respective national payment system in both countries. Beijing envoy to Moscow told the TASS news agency in an interview published Thursday, Russian banks may issue cards with China as Visa and MasterCard cut links. The use of Mir and China Union Pay national payment system in both countries will be decided by the two sides' central banks at consultations. This is crazy. So, guys, they could cut links with Visa and MasterCard and introduce their own national payment systems that will be used in these countries. And we know what ended up happening recently. So when you travel overseas, you may now need to have one of these payment systems if you want to do international payments and use the Brics standard. So this is, again, the US is not going to like any of this. Now, the U.S. to make things matters even worse. Remember that the U.S. controls the SWIFT system, so that's how international payments are made. That's how we basically wire money. However, they also have something for that as well. So many of you know about cryptocurrency. There's a crypto called XRP, also known as Ripple. And Ripple allows bank transactions to occur, and it actually, similar to the SWIFT system, but it allows these payments to occur rapidly, much faster, within a much faster period of time. And the technology is very, very good. Brics is now considering XRP as a potential leap for cross-border payments, so it may be some time to begin investing in Ripple. Like I said, I have my crypto courses coming for you guys, which will teach you the best currencies to invest in, the best technologies to look at, what cryptocurrency is, so that this is one of the best times to get involved as we are heading into absolute hell. The BRICS stands for Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa. Group is making excellent headway in achieving its currency sufficiency plan, which includes the eventual development of an autonomous payment system. As per a research document, the XRP enthusiast Amelia first noted Russian President Vladimir Putin has at last given his approval for the group to proceed with its alternative currency plan proposal. The paper gives hints that the union would investigate using XRP linked to Ripple for cross-border settlements. This is crazy, guys. This is crazy, and this is unbelievable. I'm telling you guys, oh my gosh. I said nothing lasts forever, and this so-called empire that we're living in wasn't going to last. Meanwhile, the adaptation of the cryptocurrency would cause XRP to appreciate dramatically. Robert Doyle, CEO of Cryptoneers, and also known as Biostation Crypto Sensei, believes that if BRICS countries adopt XRP widely, its price may rise to $10,000 in line with what CNF previously disclosed. And right now, you can pick up some Ripple for just literally, you can get one for, last I checked, they were like 50 cents a pop. The most they've ever gone up to is like $5 a piece. Looking at CoinMarketCap right now, Ripple is usually in the top. You can get some for 49 cents. Okay. So right now, Ripple is actually at one of the best. This is among the best prices it's ever been at. Because usually it's like between, it's usually up to $0.79, $1, over $1. It's at lowest, it might go down to like 20 cents, like 25 cents, but that's very, very rare. So, when you really look at this, if you have to go all the way back to you have to go years back, like very, very far back, if back in even 2017, it was going for like 18 cents. Then it went up to, in 2017, when we had that bull run, it actually went up to it went up a lot. It went up a ton. I'm looking at the figures right now. Yeah, let me see here. It went up to $2.12, $3.11. So the highest was actually $3.11. It didn't hit $5, and then it crashed down, went back to like 23 cents. So the lowest you've ever really been able to get this once after it came out was like literally around, lowest was like 18 cents, and then it skyrocketed back up back in 2021 to like $1.53. So right now, and then back in 2023, it went down to 38 cents a pop. So I mean, right, and then it went up to 68 cents. What I'm basically pointing out is this is one of the best times to go and buy some XRP. I'll probably scoop some up in my next paycheck. And there's a lot that you can do. There's a lot you can do here. Oh my goodness, guys. Like you have to be asleep right now not to see what's coming. And all the people that are like saying that everything is good, everything is great, the world, we should be grateful for what the boomers have done. These are the people that are going to be tearing the world down. Like these people, oh my gosh. These people are the people who are going to be tearing the world down. Like, I've seen some of these comments on the channel that are basically saying that the boomers are the ones who save the world. They're the ones like, check this comment out from Ralph. This was on my video. Hell has now arrived for the baby boomers because many of them are ending up homeless. Like half of them have no savings and they're heading into homelessness. Ralph says if the boomers are in trouble and the rest of society is really in for it, boomers built this country. They've provided and kept jobs, sometimes working multiple jobs. Your lazy generation needs to get to work. So, guys, they're calling Gen X is lazy, the millennials are lazy, and and Gen Z are poor babies. Guys, these people are insane. One thing that you have to know with the millennials is millennials have worked hard, and they've worked hard. They sacrificed many of their young years for useless college degrees, despite the fact that the shortcomings. And Gen X, of course, has been just powered along, doesn't complain. Everyone forgets about Gen X. And then they're turning around and saying that the boomers built this country. They provided and kept jobs. Like the boomers are the greatest generation. Guys, this is the BS with the boomers. And of course, the boomers are going to turn around as hell breaks loose for them and say that they're victims and society doesn't like old people. I know these people too well. And some of you say that angry, you're a prophet. No, it's not a prophet. It's common sense. This common sense, all the pain and suffering I've been through, it's taught me to basically see humanity for what it absolutely is. Always expect the worst and then hope for the best. Always expect, always view it as like people are lying. If someone tells you something, just perceive everything as a lie and then try to look for the truth in the lies. Because if you think that you're being told mostly the truth and you're trying to look for the lies in the truth, then it's going to be too hard. Then you're going to be screwed, because what people do is they mix the truth with with lies. So that's how they screw with your head and gaslight you. When you simply say that, hey, everything they've said is a lie, and then you try to look for the things that are true, then you start to realize, yeah, well, yeah, they've been lying about everything is a lie. All right, and then let me try to say, could this have been even true? You're like, no, they're lying about that. Well, could I, it's much easier to spot the truth in lies than it is to spot lies in truth when you look at things from a truth perspective, because you start to question everything, and that's when they have you. People are natural liars today, and we live in a banana republic. Oh, this is the greatest economy ever. We have one of the lowest unemployment rates in history. Things are wonderful. The economy just keeps adding more and more jobs, and it's like it's insane. Even as wages continue to plummet and people today are now making less money than they did back in 2019. This is insane. When adjusted for inflation, people are making 30% less than they were making back in 2019 when adjusted for inflation now. This is on average. So there's a lot of people who are even making less than that. And this is the reality we live in with extreme greedflation, where the prices just keep on skyrocketing. Where guys, I showed you a deal, a deal for a combo for McDonald's recently. It was $14.69 for a combo of a 10-piece chicken nuggets, medium fries, medium drink. If you want to bump it up to, if you wanted to make it a large, then you're talking about something closer to $16-17. Okay, that's because we're not even counting the taxes, and then when you add on delivery, you're really talking around about $25 to $27. So almost $30 for for almost $30 for a for junk delivered. And many of you are like, well, you shouldn't be eating that. But here's the problem. It's easy to simply dismiss it, but you have to look at the inflation that's occurring. That a lot of men, this is a men walking away channel, and it's amazing how much this community has grown, but so many men have just walked away from society. They no longer give a damn. And you have to kind of pay attention to these things, because when you're seeing this insane inflation, you realize that it's hell on earth for all of us right now. And it's only going to get worse. That meal that I showed you, the price just keeps going up. That's going to be $20 soon. It's going to be $20 soon. It's going to be $10. It's going to be $10 to $15 for a Happy Meal. And it's going to be like eventually $25 for that meal. And the boomers, of course, don't care. The boomers are going to blame everyone, go ballistic. They're just like the Gen Zers. The Gen Zers, these people are going to be committing every crime, every horrible act you can imagine. Like I've said this already, it's going to be like people are going to, 10 years from now, people are going to look back at 2024 and say that these were the good days. This was the golden era. Oh, remember how great 2024 was? Like what? And right now you're listening to videos like 2024, it's hell out there. Guys, they're going to look back at it because it's going to be so bad. Like right now, Gen Z being terrible in society, it's going to be like the golden era compared to how bad they're going to be 10 years from now when they're in their 30s, pushing 40 years old. The oldest Gen Zers are 27 this year. So take into consideration, fast forward to 2034. But a lot of these people are now pushing 40 and they're desperate. Guys, they're going to be committing every crime known to man. They're going to be lining off the jails with Gen Alpha, all right? Gen Alpha, the Ebonics generation. It's going to be hell on earth. And of course, boomers are all trying to leave the country. Like as the boomers watch the meltdown, many of them, you're going to just see them trying to flee the United States and make their shift out, laughing as everyone is suffering. Guys, these are bad people, just like Gen Z. The Zoomers and the boomers. By the way, guys, if you're enjoying the content on this channel, don't forget I have another channel called Men Walking Away where I release daily videos. There's a link to the Men Walking Away channel in the description of the video. Go check it out. Subscribe to the content. Subscribe to the channel. Enjoy the content. What do you guys think regarding all of this? The world is dumping the US dollar. This is de-dollarization. It's going to have a massive impact upon us. We're going to this is Venezuela all over again, where our money basically goes to nothing. And the U.S. cannot pay its debts. So as de-dollarization occurs and the value of the dollar continues to fall rapidly in the face of high inflation, no one will be able to afford anything. We are literally in a banana republic, and it's going to be absolute hell on earth. It's going to be absolute hell on earth. People who work their entire lives and save their entire lives, all of their savings will be gone. This is what happened in Greece when they had their crisis. This is what happened in Venezuela when they had their crisis. People who saved their entire lives, the value of their money became nothing overnight. Literally nothing overnight. And you had people walking the streets picking up garbage, okay? Now they do trade in now they basically use only the US dollar over there, but the dollar is going away. And here's the thing, when almost 50% of the world immediately starts using, does dollar de-dollarization, it's only a matter of time before the rest of the world follows. And it's like, the question is, are you really going to trust the United States when they could basically take your money away at any time using the SWIFT system, when they could freeze your money at any time using the SWIFT system? It's like, no. Most people don't really like the U.S. The U.S. is an empire. The U.S. is not even 250 years old. I'm shocked by this. I'm absolutely shocked. The United States, is not even 250 years old. People need to wake up and realize this. Okay? This is a very young country. This country is not even 5 baby boomers old yet. Not even 5 baby boomers old yet. This is a young country. Okay? You have ancient countries like China and Russia that have been around for a long time. Guys, nations rise and fall very, very quickly. And the U.S. is nothing special. What do you guys think regarding all of this? I want to know your thoughts. Let's talk about it in the comments. Like the video if you like it. Don't forget to subscribe. And if you like the video, share the video. And just remember that all roads lead to MWA, Men Walking Away. And cheers.